Women's basketball coach Brooke Stoehr, and coach, you locked up your spot into the tournament on Thursday, and then you gained better seeding to get to the fourth seed and gives you a first round bye. So just talk about the weekend and how you were able to do all that and climb in the standings.
Well, first of all, I think it was great to be back home and playing in Prather Coliseum in front of our fans that have been tremendous for us all year long. Having an 11-2 home record, I think, is very indicative of the home court advantage we have, and we have to give a lot of credit to our fans and supporters and students for making it a great environment for us on game day. And it was just fantastic after being on the road for 5 straight to be able to play in front of our fans and just to have that comfort level as a team. I thought Thursday night was probably our most complete game as a team since we've been here. Their focus and energy was tremendous. We could have easily faltered. Trudy picks up 2 fouls in the first defensive possession of the game and plays about 3 minutes the whole first half. So Courtney Pennywell came in and handled herself in the post brilliantly. Presley Owens gave us great minutes. I thought Emily Spector and Robin Richardson off the bench were able to come in and provide very solid minutes on the defensive end of the floor for us in Trudy's absence. And our guard play was just really solid. I thought, again, we shared the ball well, moved the ball, and were able to get defensive stops and then get out and run. I thought we attacked their switches extremely well and made them pay for putting a little on a big inside. And we just pounded it inside and got really good looks.
All right. This year you've set a lot of milestones that the Lady Demons haven't seen in a few years. It's only the second time in 10 years that you've had 18 wins. It's the first time since, I think, 2005 that you've had 11 conference wins, and also that's the last time you had a 4 seed going into the tournament. So just talk about the process in your second year of being able to do that.
Well, I think you have to give our players a lot of credit. They've bought in. I think it starts with Meredith and Trudy as seniors and their leadership and their ability to be able to handle a coaching change, and that's not easy when you've been around something for 3-4 years and then someone all of a sudden asks you to do something completely different. I think we have to give them a lot of credit because they've led the charge in that. And our players, we've just challenged them to buy into what we're trying to do and play championship level basketball, and how we do that as being extremely fundamental. I think you can see that in our assist to turnover ratio and in conference play, and I think that's why one of the big reasons we've been successful, and just valuing the basketball, getting good shots every time down the floor. And then we've had a lot of young players, a lot of new faces this year that have stepped up and played very vital roles for us. I think you look at Presley Owens and Chelsea Rogers are probably, you don't look at their numbers and they don't jump off the page other than maybe Chelsea's 3-point percentage. But just their ability to be consummate teammates. They're incredible. They just do exactly what we ask them to do. They never get upset about their role. They know what their role is, and they do it extremely well. And I think that each player on our team has really kind of figured that out as the season's gone along, and I think that they've just bought into that. And the bottom line is they want to win. Above all else, they want to win, and they want to experience that. And I think that when you get a group of people that are doing that and trying to strive for just being better that day, good things happen. And I've been pleased with our progress. We've had moments where we've been really good and then take a couple of steps back, and I think that that's part of what happens in year 2. But pleased with where we are, but we're certainly not finished, and hopefully we can continue to build on that this week in Katy.
All right, you mentioned Katy, and the tournament starts for the women's side on Thursday. You don't play till Friday at 11 o'clock. You'll play the winner of the ORU and Nichols game. But looking at the bracket, it really looks like the tournament's wide open. It's anybody's ball game. It's just whoever gets in there and plays hot. Right now, your team looks pretty hot. So just talk about going into the tournament, hopefully at your peak, and then going into a wide open tournament.
Well, I think you take a look at our last 11 games. We've won 8 of 11, and I think that's really big from a confidence standpoint. The 3 teams that are seated ahead of us, we've beaten each of the 3 of them. So that has to give our team some confidence. I feel like the teams that we could face in the tournament, in the bracket, we've beaten each of them. And so I think that's a really big deal as far as knowing what you're capable of doing. But at the same time, everybody's 0-0 at this point. It's like they say, March Madness, win or go home. And our players have kind of played with that tournament mentality the last couple of weeks of knowing that we have to be at our best and play our best and compete at our best. And I felt like they've done that, and I think that they're ready to carry that over this week. But I really do feel like there's a handful of teams going into this week that have a chance to win it. It's going to be the teams that are the toughest, that value the basketball, get great shots, and just really make the fewest mistakes and figure out how to win ball games.
All right. Like I said, you play the winner of ORU and Nichols, and you can't advance unless you win the first. So don't necessarily break them down, but compare the two. You know, are they the same? Are they different? You know, where will they trip you up?
Well, I think they're very different. It's interesting because we just finished the regular season with ORU, and I think that, obviously that scout is fresh in our minds. They were very vanilla on Saturday. I think that they probably in their minds thought they might match up with us by looking at kind of how things might play out prior to Saturday's game, and they didn't show a lot. They didn't show their traps and some of their other stuff that we've seen them do. But I think we're prepared for those either way. And they're big and they're long, and they've got a couple of kids that can really shoot the basketball. Christian Key's a threat anytime she steps on the floor. So we'll be familiar with them, having just played them. And I'm sure they'll have some adjustments if we face them. Nicholls State, they've done a great job. Doobie's had a really good turnaround. They stumbled at Corpus on Saturday. I think they led the whole game. I haven't finished watching that one yet, but they've got dangerous backcourt with KK Babin and Imani White, kids that can really score the basketball. Imani leads the league in scoring, so she's obviously a big focus. They're going to play their matchup zone, and we feel like we played really well against them here. I'm sure they'll have some adjustments, but I feel like we're playing much better basketball than where we were at that point in the season as well.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the tournament.
Thanks.